Welcome to the Gospel reading and reflection for the 14th Sunday in Ordinary Time, and also a prayer suggestion for families. But I also encourage you to ask any questions in the comments about your child that your child may be asking and you're finding difficult to put into simple gospel truths. And I will try to answer them as best I can. The gospel reading today comes from Mark chapter 6 verses 1 to 6. Jesus went to his hometown and his disciples accompanied him. With the coming of the Sabbath, he began teaching in the synagogue, and most of them were astonished when they heard him. They said, "Where did this man get all this? What is this wisdom that has been granted him, and these miracles that are worked through him? This is the carpenter, surely, the son of Mary, the brother of James and Joset, and Jude and Simon. His sisters too, are they not here with us?" And they would not accept him. And Jesus said to them, "A prophet is only despised in his own country, among his own relations, and in his own house." And he could work no miracle there, though he cured a few sick people by laying his hands on them. He was amazed at their lack of faith. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. A family prayer suggestion. Families play an important role in shaping us and forming our self-identity. In family life offers a safe place to discover who we are and who God calls us to be. Sometimes, though, there are outside influences that can lead us away from God, or they can lead us positively towards a deeper relationship with God. And in today's gospel, we see that the people of Nazareth could not recognize Jesus as the Son of God. They could know him only as the Son of Mary. Through family life, we can be encouraged by the positive influences in our lives to become the person that God calls us to be. And as you gather as a family, maybe talk about the people and events that influence your family positively, and talk about how they help you to be better people and lead you to a deeper relationship with God. Also acknowledge, however, that there are negative influences in our lives that risk pulling us away from God. And observe that Jesus was a person who allowed his relationship with God to be the most important thing in his life. This led many people to have faith in him as the Son of God. However, not everyone could recognize this about Jesus. And then read the gospel and discuss who does not recognize Jesus as God's Son in this gospel, and ask the question why. And also observe that because of the people's lack of faith, Jesus could not perform any miracles in Nazareth. And conclude by praying together that our families will continue to help us to follow God in our lives, and pray together the prayer for vocations. A person who has shown great faith in God was a sister called Sister Claire Crockett, whose ordinary life was transformed by the grace of God, and who intercedes in the lives of those who pray for healing. And there is a video on her life on YouTube, which I encourage you to watch with your family, and it's most inspirational. I also encourage you, as I said in the beginning, to ask any questions that your child may be asking and you are finding difficult to put into simple gospel truths. I was a teacher for 40 years in a Catholic school and responsible for Catholic education of the children. And I will try my best to answer any questions that you might have. And thank you. Thank you for sharing the gospel with me, and may it bring you closer to Jesus. God bless.